I have a special treat for you today. This is Trusse Norris, who was a football player with us in the late 50s. So all I'm going to do is just sort of ask Trusse what that was like to come to UCLA then, and what attracted him to us.
Well, I came to UCLA because my brother was here. That's the first thing. But I also came because it's an excellent institution. I was in San Antonio. I grew up in San Antonio, Texas.
Oh, wow.
And my high school team had a pretty good season my last year. I was a quarterback on that team, but things, when we came to UCLA, as Red Sanders used to like to do a lot of times, the quarterback, she became a lineman.
A lineman?
So I ended up with my career as a tight end and a weak side tackle. I played fresh. That was the era when we had a fresh league versus a varsity league. So I started out as a freshman at UCLA in the freshman team. And then the second year, they redshirted me, and then I played varsity. And I needed all that time so I could get near graduation at least. So I did finally graduate in 1962.
In 1962?
Yeah.
So I have to ask, talk to me about being an African American student at UCLA in the late 50s and 60s, what that meant.
Well, there was a time that, there weren't that many black students here at the time. So a lot of us had a chance to know each other as a fair in-house network. And if you think of the flavor of the country at the time, Brown versus Board of Education had just passed. So the whole idea of blacks going to big colleges, the only thing you could do was go north rather than stay in the south. And I'm from San Antonio, so my choice would be to go to UCLA or one of the black schools there in Texas.
So what can you say about UCLA as an institution? What did it mean to you? What did it do for you? And what did you go on to do?
Okay, UCLA was, you have to think about that time. The UCL and SC out of Southern California had a fair portion of black players. The schools up north were just beginning to bring black players in when I started here at UCLA. But UCLA was just a premier school. I was happy to be here.
Happy to be here. What business did you end up going into? Was it an easy transition from UCLA?
Well, I was in education. My major career was in the adult education division with Los Angeles Unified School District. And I started out as a teacher. When you start out in education, you start out as a teacher for the most part. But I ended up as an administrator in the government relations office for the school district. So in between that, I was an assistant principal at a couple of the adult schools, because my career was in the adult education division.
Adult education.
It does a lot for young people who may not have been ready during their school age, but they can go back and get their high school diploma and move on.
That's a great thing, Trusse. I know Trusse because he comes to every game still. And I'm just like, who is this guy? And one time we met, and then I'm like, late 50s, and you're still coming to the games, and your pals, some other players you played with, also come. They're not here tonight, but Trusse Norris, ladies and gentlemen, go Bruins, huh?
That's it. Go Bruins, yeah.